this winter, a problem emerged with my headlights. They would not come on when I needed them to come on. Sometimes, though, when I turn the switch, they would turn on, and other times when I turn the switch, nothing happens. So this intermittently on and off was very frustrating. When I try to turn them on, they just don't go on. And sometimes when you start driving, they'll come on, and other times they won't. I was pretty confident that the headlight bulbs were okay, because when they did turn on, they would stay on for the duration of the drive. But after doing some research online, I started thinking it may be the light switch itself. Person after person posted that the Volkswagen light switch is flaky and that they had to replace it. Of course, I knew it could be a fuse or a relay, but I struggled to find a reliable diagram of my fuses and relays. So I decided to start with a light switch, since many people have identified it as a problem area. Let me show you how to take out the light switch. It's very easy. You're going to press in, turn to your right, and then you pull out. Now, if it doesn't come out easily, then you're going to help it. Put your left hand underneath, grab it from the back, press in, twist to the right, and just push from the back, and it slides out. Now, to install it again, we'll just do the reverse. So we'll twist to the right, push in, twist to the right, so the tabs go in, and turn it back off again. And there you go. Unfortunately for me, even though I replaced the light switch and I've got a new one, it didn't solve my problem. The headlights are still intermittent. Sometimes they turn on, sometimes they don't. So now I'm going to have to go check the fuses, and this is what I should have done in the first place. So this is my fuse box underneath the dash, and there's some relays up there. And from the best that I can tell, the fuses for my headlamps are these two right here. The last, well, second last to the right, and third, these two. I might as well just check all three of those 15 amp fuses. And the way it's numbered, you'll see there's on the black right there are small little numbers. This is 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and so on. Now I'm 37 and 38 for my headlamps. So I need to check those fuses. This is number 39. This one looks good. And then 38 is next door. This one also looks good. This one also looks good. So I'm just going to put these back. Doesn't seem to be a fuse. Now let me show you how to test a relay. So what you'll see on the back, all of these, let me turn this around. All four of these connectors are numbered. There's a 30, 87, 85, and 86. And on the front, you'll see the diagram, how this works. The basic principle of testing this is to send a 12-volt current through the coil here, so that the power runs between 85 and 86. When that happens, you'll hear a click sound, and this switch over here is going to close. The click sound means that the switch has been activated. The current then flows between the connectors 30 and 87. You can test that by testing for resistance between them. If 30 and 87 are not connecting, you'll see an infinite resistance. But if they are connecting, you'll see very low resistance on your multimeter. So if your relay is good, it's going to pass both of the tests. The first test is when you send power through the coil, you'll hear a click as the switch is engaged. And your second test then is to measure the resistance between 30 and 87. And if that resistance is low, then you'll pass that test. If it fails one of these tests, your relay is bad and needs to be replaced. But if it passes both of the tests, your relay is good and there's nothing wrong with it. So I don't think it matters too much which side you go, but I'm going to put my ground to 86 and I'll put my power to 85. You hear that? Do you hear that click? That means it's working. So it passes the first test, which means that when power goes through the coil, the switch does engage. Now we're going to get ready for the second test. Now for the second test, we need a multimeter. So for the second test, we're going to hook up both 86 and 85 to the power so that the switch is engaged. We will set our multimeter to measure ohms, resistance, and you can see with the 1 there already that this is how my meter shows infinite resistance. It's going to show a 1. So now what we'll do is we'll take our probes and we will connect the other two, that's 87 and 30. And as we do that, watch the multimeter. You see how that shows 001? Well, that means very low resistance, almost no resistance. Okay, since this relay passed both of the tests, I know it's good and it's going to go back in the vehicle. So this was the relay that they said was for the headlights, and this one tested good. So now I'm kind of out of options because the fuses are good, the relay is good, the switch is new. So I guess what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go through the other relays and I'll just test all of them to make sure that they're all good, just in case I don't have the right relay that I got from the internet. It turns out this was the culprit right here on the far right to my second row of relays. So I'm going to get another relay and just replace that, and hopefully that should be good to go then. Now that I know that the switch and the fuses and the relay are all okay, I can turn this on and I can expect this to work. And it does. Excellent. Well, thanks for watching. If you have found this helpful, please like and subscribe. Thank you.